It is early December, and we have another month of 2020, and hopefully we can get through it. So today I thought I'd draw something different, slightly off politics, direct politics. Um, and I might do this every Wednesday unless there's breaking news. I'm going to call it Women's Rights Wednesday and do something about women's rights um, in this country or around the world. Over my career as a cartoonist, I've done a lot of cartoons about women's issues, women's rights, feminism, and I want to do that here. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find it interesting, and we can have a dialogue about it. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So let's get to it. I'm going to start drawing, as I do every weekday for Haps News. I draw something, and you can watch me. Let me turn you around. So, hi, Lucia. I was on Twitter yesterday, and I was looking at this account of an organization I follow in Oslo, Norway. Oslo Women's Rights. I'll get it to you later. I'll tell you the full name when I get home. When I'm done. Um, they posted a video. They're an organization, a small and relatively new organization that was in touch with me last year about doing some work with them, live drawing or something in Oslo, which would be awesome. Um, and they posted a video that I watched, a short video, and it was about rural communities in India. And and we all know, we've all heard the news about how difficult things can be for women in India. I've been to India. It's a fascinating country. But and there's some very forward-thinking people there. But there is a cultural disconnect when it comes to treating women as equals in many places in India. And anyway, this video was about empowering young girls in small rural communities. And what they are doing, I'll give you the name of the organization that's sponsoring this, that's sort of helping this to happen, or doing this video about it. Is these communities are making safe spaces for girls, and so they can get together and talk about the issues. And the video starts out about child marriage, and you'd think that was girl children being married off, but actually no. In some of these communities, they marry off the boys, young boys, to adult women, probably women, young adult women, because the boys' families are wealthy. So child marriage, but in the opposite direction of what you would think when talking about child marriage. And the video starts about this young girl talking to her family, saying, I don't care about money. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be married for money. And so she works hard to help have her family understand, and then the community understand. And that's how what I'm learned from this video is how some of these rural communities are helping to bring change through small steps, in helping girls to, first of all, feel okay with what they want, and being empowered or have agency about how they want to run their lives, but also sharing that with other girls and other women in the community, so they have these safe spaces for girls and women where they can talk about it, and they can bring, do activist work in the small communities and help bring about cultural change on the ground level, instead of, normally you would think, well, you want to make change, you go to the adults and you say, stop doing this, adults, stop behaving like this, stop following this cultural tradition. And that doesn't always work, I think. So working on change at the ground level, at the grassroots level, with these young girls who are passionate about what they want to do with their lives, and help their other young people to to also achieve what they want and change the cultural rules in the community. So the movie is called Parwaz, which means flight, and that's why I wanted to draw these young women, young girls in flight. Um, it's not really an idea drawing, more of just a visual representation of the film, because I thought it was a really nice film. So if you want to look it up on YouTube, it's called Parwaz, Parwaaz, and it's put out by the ICRW, which is the International Center for Research on Women. Let's see what you're saying. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Blue. Hi, Lucia. Again, this is Liza Donnelly. I'm a cartoonist and writer for a lot of different publications, and I'm drawing about women's rights today. So I will try to do every Wednesday, Women's Rights Wednesday, if I can, or if there's breaking news, I probably won't. I'll draw about that. So let's see if I can paint some of this without it bleeding. I'm not going to say it was a quiet news day, but I don't remember anything really jumping out like yesterday when Bill Barr was saying there's no evidence of fraud. That was quite something. Oops, bleeding. I have to take my time with this. Okay, so I'm going to color in some of the dresses. I've done a lot of women's rights cartoons over my career. I don't think I haven't done as many recently. I did some when Trump first became president because he was just, his misogyny was glaring, and yet he still was elected. But okay, so I think change can come. Having Kamala Harris as our vice president is a huge way to change things for girls and women, because girls will see that it's possible. So much of change is someone has to step up and do it first, like Rosa Parks. Sit on the bus. Sit in the front of the bus. Let's see. Having a little trouble with this bleeding business. The other day when I used this particular brush for drawing, didn't bleed. But the best change, cultural change, and we can change all the laws we want, but the traditions of a culture often don't change. They have to come from the ground up. If you're interested, I delivered a TED Talk back in 2010 called Drawing on Humor for Change, I think it was called, about women and humor and creating change. It's all about, I think a lot of it, like I said, you can change all the laws to make the law say women are equal, end of story, but it won't necessarily make people stop behaving the way they do. And that's why I think cartoons can often be good for that. They can often make people see and hopefully create change. Shel Silverstein Vibe says Fappy Tree Frog. Thank you. Let's take that as a compliment. All right, I'm going to try to. It's still bleeding. Use a smaller brush. It doesn't have hair on it. I'm using watercolors and dyes. Some of these are dyes, which are a brighter. This is my palette if you've just joined us. Let's see, what other colors do I have here? Liza, cartoonist and writer for The New Yorker, The New York Times, Washington Post, Ms. Magazine, lots of different places. You know, I didn't really want that to be green, but I don't think I can change it now. Give her some color on her hair. Some of the cartoons I've done about women's rights have been ones that have an actual more of a point to them, a punch. This has a point, but it's not a political cartoon in that sense that there's an idea I'm trying to get across. Sometimes this is all you need, is to do something like this, and it'll get people thinking about the issue. I probably will do something on this earth and maybe title it. That'll give it more context. Hello, Brett. So let me show you without showing you my computer. This is the short video called Parwas, and it's really quite good. And it's the organization that I got the video from. First of all, who made the video is the International Center for Research on Women, but on Twitter, I don't know them as well. On Twitter, I know the Oslo Women's Rights Initiative, which I've been in touch with, and they're really, really interesting, and a new and relatively new and small organization in Oslo, of a diverse group of women that are trying to bring about change around the world. So there's lots of groups. When I first joined Twitter back in 2008, I was really excited about finding all the feminist groups that I saw online and sharing ideas. So, all right. Yeah, Blue says it affects young men too, affects women. Yeah, this is it's a treating people right is what we have to do. So thank you for joining me. That's all I have for today. Hope you guys are well, wearing your masks. And I do this every weekday for HAPS News at 5:30. I'll live draw something in the news and something that we're talking about, and we can discuss it if you want. Give me your thoughts. I'd be happy to talk to you about it or share my ideas. And you can see how I draw. So thank you for joining me. And you can go to my profile and follow me, and you'll get alerts for when I'm going to be doing this next. And you can also support me, sponsor me, become a sponsor, which I would really love if you wanted to do that, become part of my team. So thanks very much. I will see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care and wear your masks. Bye.